And do. And we're live.
Hi,
Hey, everybody. Another Friday night. I've got my sidekick Allyson here with me tonight, and our special guest is Ginger Faye. Divine.
Stop there. Just
Ginger Faye is with us tonight.
I'm Ginger Faye.
Heather did a little faux pas, so she was just trying to make it up to her friend. But yes, we have Ginger joining us tonight. She's bringing the little taste of Faye with us for the equinox, autumnal equinox, and the pagan holiday of Mabon, one of the major harvests, also known as the pagan Thanksgiving. So everybody, thank you for joining us. Who is here? Plucky Heroine, nice to see you. We have Stephen, our fearless moderator. Thank you.
Yes, Stephen.
And we'll click up there.
He was attacking Tarot Destroyer last night. I saw it.
Oh, there's been a couple going through, but we'll get them. And we have Miss Tarot D.
Hello, lovely D.
Go back up. So if someone else was here, I'm not intentionally leaving you out. Nobody told me there would be donuts.
I had a donut this morning. Shame on me.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
As long as there's cream. Of course.
It was raspberry filled.
See, I'm not into that that Boston cream with the custard. That's like too phlegmy for me. I like the regular like buttercream. And Plucky Heron was supposed to bring the coffee. Okay, well, I'll let you two work that out. Cosmic, I don't know Plucky Heroine. You are a terrible mod for not introducing us. So they're already acting out. So, all righty. Odilia Maderos, hello, welcome. And we have Fatima. Hello, Fatima. Thank you for being here. And it's jumping. Book Bewitched. Yay, yay. It's Friday. It's autumnal equinox. We bought a brand new, Shan got us a new bottle of
autumnal equinox.
Did I say equinox? Equal nuts?
It sounds
Miss
like
Tarot D,
equinox.
stop it.
Equinox.
You're putting nuts and cream in my head. Stop it. No, it's the autumnal equinox. And to celebrate, Shan bought us a new bottle of mead. And this one is flavored with Bosc pears and cinnamon. So I can't wait to try it.
Do share.
Yes. So Jessica Lynn is here. Why is this not highlighting? There we go. There's Isadora. There's Shaylee. There's Jessica.
There's Jessica.
And there's Arwen. Hello, sweethearts. Good to see you. It's been a little while. And so I think I'm caught up for now. And as you ladies were saying backstage, you've been having a very busy week. So I'm assuming nothing like super exciting that you want to share tonight that's going on, or just, damn, I'm tired.
Damn, I'm tired.
Oh, Allyson busy with her bus route and her kids.
Well, I do have something to share. I'm so excited. Okay. So some of you may or may not know, I finally, after 18 years, made a career change from food service manager in the elementary school to attendance administrator in high school. And I was so sad to leave my little babies because every morning it's Miss Ginger, and they come up and I'm little mother hen hugging all my babies. But now, since I've been in the district so long, I'm coming full circle and seeing many of my elementary school students all grown up in high school.
That's awesome.
And it's a wonderful, wonderful blessing. And so it just makes
you get to see them grow
warms
up.
My heart. Yeah, but some of them that are seeing are getting in trouble. So
ooh, naughty.
Well, such is growing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you doing in the dean's office today?
Oh, Miss Ginger. Yeah, I know. Behave. Jackie has joined us. Hello, Jackie. I think I already said Shaylee, and Arwen says, yes, she's been busy with classes. And Teresa, hello, my dear. Yes, you will get extra cards tonight. I have you highlighted.
That's right. I remember her from last night. Didn't get everything.
Let's see, Book Bewitched. I never had mead, but it's very delicious. There's different types of it. And one of
No,
these days, I
no,
want to
Dee.
try the one that is made from actual heather from Scotland. There's a company that has like the recipe. There's only one company. I don't know who they are, but they're like the sole providers. It's kind of like, you know, the Colonel's, you know, secret recipe for the chicken that nobody's supposed to know about. Well, this is kind of like how it is for this brand of mead wine. Only, you know, one or two companies maybe in Scotland have the recipe for it, and it's made out of the plant heather. So I definitely want to try that someday. Miss Taro D. Maybe Allison with her bus and Ginger with her food experience can open up a food truck which offers fries and taro.
Yeah, I just responded to that. I'm like, nope.
Would you like some taro with those fries?
Can you imagine?
And it's not their milkshakes that bring the kids to the yard. It's their taro and their fries. Hello. Whoops. My chat really is jumping. Hello, Kari. Thank you. Yes, Shaylee, mead is very good. The last bottle that we had was called Freya's Passion, and it was scented, not well scented, but it had hints of strawberry and vanilla.
Notes. It had
Notes. Thank you. I could think of the word notes. And yes, Book Bewitched it is. We actually have a winery that is in Niagara County that makes like three different. I think that's the one that we got. The one that we bought. It's called Valkyrie's Lure. So really excited to try that. So yes, yum yum. And Allison is doing her prayers for her cards. So while she's doing her meditation, I'm just going to go ahead and just talk about Mabon. I found a nice little blurb on Bing, and known as the pagan Thanksgiving, Mabon marks the autumnal equinox when day and night are equal, making it a time of balance. Hence, the theme question of bringing balance to both the light and dark parts of myself. See also here, when day and night are equal, making a time of balance, equality, and harmony. In ancient times, Mabon, Lughnasadh was the first. Oh, wait a minute. I'm jumping ahead because the print's really small. In ancient times, Mabon was a celebration of the second harvest. Lughnasadh was the first, and that was August 1st, when farmers gathered hearty foods like gourds, pumpkins, grapes, and apples. Modern Mabon celebrations are a time to give thanks for the abundance of Mother Earth, both literally and spiritually. It's also a good time to reflect on the wheel of the year, recognizing your successes and letting go of the things that did not serve you during the past 12 months. So and this is a very powerful time too for manifestation. And I have to watch the replay a little bit later, but Gerald had Chris from Elemental Cartomancy and Richie from Lon Mantero doing Mabon readings today, and they were talking about, and also Gerald had was a guest on Colleen the Cool Crone's channel, and they were talking about Mabon, just really wonderful discussions. So I recommend those videos as well. Oh my goodness, of course. Speaking of the man himself, hi Gerald. I was just letting everybody know about your lives from today and the other day with Colleen on Mabon. So I'm just wondering if that's what brought you in. You heard your name and it was like, ding, ding, did somebody call my name? And he appears, it's like saying Beetlejuice. The only thing is you have to say it 3 times. I don't think I said your name 3 times, Gerald, so it doesn't count, right? Harmony really stood out to me. Yes, because with harmony, that's when everything that we feel is in balance, and that harmony that we have with the land, the connection, especially when we honor and are grateful for what the earth produces, and that we are able to sustain ourselves, our families, not just physically, but also like the article said, spiritually. And it helps us emotionally, mentally. There's everything that we need is on Mother Earth. There really is. I mean, she is our best medicine. Um, no, Gerald heard you say milkshakes in the yard. Oh, okay. All righty. That could be it too. Um, Here, let me take that down. So, is there anything else? Well, when they're unmuted, if there's anything special that you like to do at this time of year to celebrate?
Well, I am just getting to know these seasonal equinoxes, and I mean, I've always known of them, but I've never fully immersed in them to celebrate them, to honor them. So I'm just learning all these wonderful things. And for some reason, my energy has been really amped about this autumn like I've not been before. I mean, I always get
Mm,
excited about October. I'm all about Halloween, the paranormal,
mhm.
But for some reason, I've been very excited for autumn to come. Something very magical, I feel, is happening and will be happening. And so I'm just excited.
Me too. I love this time of year. I look forward to it all the time. The snowstorms afterwards, not so much, but this is my time. This is my peak year when I
Right?
feel like I'm on my best game. I'm spiritually in tune, and I'm learning, and I'm connected, and I'm vibing, and I'm flowing. This is just a beautiful time, and I love being able to go in and meditate too. And oil painters here, hello. And I
I
made a mistake.
know.
I thought it was Diana, but it's actually Diane. So
Okay.
nice to see you, Diane. Um,
The other wonderful thing is on my way to work every day for the past 17, 18 years, I go down more or less country winding roads to get to school. And I've noticed during the autumn, as the leaves fall, what treasures it's unveiling, because it's like
mhm.
I've never known there was a pond back there before. I've never known
Yes.
that old. I love, love, love old rickety barns and buildings. And so it just, all this hidden treasures emerge this time of year, and it makes it that much more exciting.
Very nice. I love how you said that. When, everything starts to fall, you see things that you didn't notice that were there before. That's beautiful.
Unveiling of the treasures.
Yes. Oh, Diana. Oh, okay. So it's Diana, because I heard one person say Diane and I heard Diana. So, or Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman,
Wonder Woman works too.
my
So,
hero.
okay, Diana. Thank you
Hello.
for. And there's Arwen. Okay, and there's Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Boy, we got 19 people in chat tonight.
Ready for
Wow.
Mabon blessings.
Yes. So if anybody would like to have a reading, please put me in caps. I have been getting people. So um, I have Shaylee, I have Teresa, I have Book Bewitched, and I have Arwen so far. My grandmother couldn't get it right either. That's cute, Diana. Okay, Miss Tarot D, I have you. Um,
I've lost a deck.
Kari, how did you lose
I
a deck?
don't know. I can't find a particular deck I was going to use.
It is the Little Fae
It
having
wasn't
fun with
meant to be
you.
used tonight. Okay. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Oh
Oh,
my goodness, now we have 7 starred.
oh,
Oh,
there
let
it
me see,
is.
Lisa. Let me get you in there too. We have 8. So the reason why we have to come on early tonight is because I need to be on Val's channel at 9 o'clock for a little live that we're doing about my art. So I wanted to make sure that we have plenty of time for readings and for everybody to share their stories and what they love about the season. And what about you, Allison? Is there anything special that you like to do or love the most?
Um, I don't think it's any secret. I mean, I've talked a little bit about this in the past, but fall is my favorite. October is my favorite month. Always has been. I've dressed up as a witch as long back as I can remember, every Halloween. I love Halloween. We celebrated All Hallows Eve every year with my son's school. My son had a Waldorf education. Um, there's different things that I've read and studied. I'm not any specific label or religion. I never could be. I'm too much of a chameleon, but I have little bits and pieces of this and that. I make a pine cone wreath every year. I have little rituals, little candle ritual. There's stuff that I do, stuff that came to me as a child, just as per usual with me, it's mine. It's me doing my thing. But no, I love this time of year, and I do feel closer to certain woo-woo things in the fall. It's just natural. It just seems like it would. One of my guides and one of my grandfathers, yesterday was his death anniversary. That kind of rolls in the holiday. His birthday is October 6th. My grandpa, Clifford Flory, who was a practicing witch, and his wife, which I've mentioned before. They're both midwives as well.
Very cool.
Yeah. No, it's just, I love October.
Nice legacy. It's a nice legacy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
All righty. Are there now, could be, something that's private or not, but for, I know, Allyson, you're very open about your spirituality. You wear your pentacle. I know you said, you're a witch 365, 24/7, and you're proud of it. Are there any specific, deities or beings that you like to work with, especially at this time of year?
And when I use that term, I think a lot of us are. And what I mean by that is you can be born into something, you can acquire it later, you can, it can look so many different ways. I only recently found out about some of my family members in the last 5-10 years, didn't know about it before then, but it was very present in a lot of ways. I remember things that I did as a child, and nobody taught me these things. These were just things that I knew. And I think a lot of us, especially little girls, do that, right?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, I remember like manifesting and making things happen and talking to the trees and knowing that they were real and there, and like all this kind of stuff. We just knew this, right? Boys too, and I'm sorry, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's just everybody that I know, it was just more prevalent in that way. But admittedly, more of my friends were boys or girls than boys. So, and I digress, but no, it's just, it was just a very natural thing. And I really don't even use that term, to be perfectly honest, but in this environment, these people, you know what I mean when I say it. And, it's just, and to me, it's a beautiful term, and it can mean any number of different things. But the bottom line is you work with nature, and the energy that's there, and you realize your power. And everything's about intention and what you can do. And it's about being positive and loving. And, I don't do bad things. I don't necessarily think that bad things are bad if they're warranted. I believe in protecting yourself and defending yourself if need be. But that's it. Thankfully, I've never had to do that. Do I know how to do it? You betcha. And so, but anyways, I digress. I'm just saying that this is a powerful time of year. And, you hear people say, oh, the veil is thin and da-da-da. It's like, is that true? I don't know, but I think it might be, because I get a lot more visits and I'm more intuitive. I have more come through. I know more. I can manifest more easily. I also have a lot of people in spirit that died around this time and birthdays, like several. And that could just be my perspective. I like the spring too, but I've always loved October. So,
and you have people agreeing with you. Shaylee says nobody should get offended over you comfortably living as your true self. And if they do, they should go kick rocks. I like that. And Kari said, yes, Allyson, everything is about intention. Intention is everything.
Yeah,
most definitely. I think boys lose out because they are taught to be less nurturing and sensitive. Thus, they learn not to connect with the spiritual world. Very much so. It's about...
Which is part of the reason my son was given a Waldorf education, and why he's, he was a little sprite and his feet barely touched the ground. Yeah. Today he's
because-
different, but he had that groundwork, and he's very, yeah.
He's a
Yes.
good kid.
I agree. It's very true, unfortunately. But yeah, Waldorf is a beautiful thing to offer children for anybody that's interested in reading about what that means.
Yeah, I never heard of that, so I'll have to look that up.
Rudolf Steiner, it's his baby.
Okay. Very nice. So was he homeschooled? I can't remember if you told me if he was homeschooled.
No,
Your
he
son.
went to a
Okay.
Waldorf
Waldorf, that is
school,
a
private
actual
in
physical.
California, Marin County, and then he finished in
Oh.
Sonoma. And thank you. And it's just, and if you can't do that, there are charter schools that offer it. If you can't do it, there's a lot of that you can do at home for anybody that wants to. It's a very organic way of approaching childhood. And there's a lot of arts involved. And it's very, like he was very, actually just look it up. I don't want to take up time talking about it. It's a beautiful,
okay.
It's a beautiful way of teaching, and kids learn more. Like they do math before they even do reading, then they get it really quickly. They do painting, drawing, eurythmy, dance, it's all kinds of stuff. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Gardening,
I love that. Yeah.
cooking, all of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
It's beautiful.
They've taken a lot of the arts
Sewing
in general out of school these days.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's a whole
if you have
system.
art now, any kind of art class or arts, it's a semester and that's it, or a quarter and that's it. I remember taking it all
every
year
day.
long.
Yeah,
Jackie
painted, drawing, calligraphy. They did all of that stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, are there any particular fae that you like to work with at this time of year, Ginger?
Turn my fan on.
Not necessarily, because for me it's like a general family. I don't have any particular ones that I call on. I've just, to be honest with you, the last 13 years have been energy zapping. I've had no time to do anything. It was just this summer that I finally felt like I had some freedom. And then career change. Now I have freedom to do all this. So I honestly just haven't had time to delve into all the things that I love. So
you've been on fire this summer.
Thank you.
Nice.
I made full-on intentions this summer to pay attention to the channel and my gifts and abilities. And here I am with two wonderful, lovely people.
And we love having you here.
Thank
and
you so much for having me tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Love you to pieces. My son was born gifted, is my gentle giant, so wise beyond his years. Both my kids are strong empaths, and it's nice that the boys are encouraged to be in their feelings and to understand them and to honor them and to know that it's okay for them to have them. I mean, I cringe every time I'm out and about every day and I see how some of these kids are being raised, and my heart just breaks.
Yeah, both my son, I have a son with autism, for those of you who don't know, and he's definitely psychically gifted. And then my other son, he's been learning from me almost through osmosis, but I've taught him to use his guides and communicate with them, and
very nice.
He's going to be he is a wise old soul. So boys can do it too.
Yes, they can.
And my son, although he doesn't really recognize it as such, he's quite intuitive. One of the Waldorf things is media free. There's zero media, and so he was media free until he was I think he was 13. He was definitely 12, but we did zero with him, and it made a huge difference because your creative side stays wide open, and you play, you actively,
and that helps you be able to focus and understand.
Yes, and all of your friends are media free as well, and it's very much agreed to. When you enroll in the school, that everybody's on the same page and whatever, and it's a beautiful thing. Early bedtime, early to get up, it's a bunch of stuff. But anyways, yeah.
Very nice.
And he's in a whole different ballgame now. He's 21, but that's okay. He had the upbringing I wanted him to have.
That's awesome.
And Jesri
What a
has joined
blessing.
us. Hello, Jesri.
Hello, Jesse.
Alrighty, so I guess we can get started. Their first question is for Shaylee. So what we're doing is because equinox is a balance, an equal balance um of light and dark, same amount of time of day as in
Mm,
night. I thought it would be interesting to pull a card or two for light and for dark, whatever you ladies intuit that you feel like you want to pull, but one for light and one for dark.
okay, so
And
only one
Teresa,
card each?
it is however you want to pull the
Okay.
cards. And Teresa, you are next, and you will get a couple of extra cards from me,
Hmm.
sweetheart, for being a part of my little art journey that I had this month, being so supportive of it. So Shaylee, and Shaylee, I think I'm pronouncing your name right. I believe I am. If not, please correct me. Oh, and really quick too, I want to share with everybody my beautiful Mabon gift from my Shan today. A new pouch for my one of my tarot decks. Isn't she beautiful? This is from the
Ooh.
Arcanum um tarot deck. So yeah, my temperance, my little alchemist. Ladies are still pulling, so I'm going to go ahead and just really quick. So Shaylee, I pulled from the Mystic Palette Tarot and the Star Tarot. So from the Star Tarot, let's see, they're telling me to do it this way. Okay. So with the Star, I have the Five of Cups for the light and for the light. You get two for the light. So I got the Five of Cups. Um, leaving, so how do I put this? With the light, we don't know the light without the dark. That's the whole premise about the balance. And your light for you at this time is that this is how you have been feeling. You are feeling a lot of loss, emotional loss, sadness, kind of focusing on, the cups that are spilled when behind you, you have these beautiful butterflies of transformation. But I feel like you went from this because then the next card I have is the Ace of Wands, which is that beautiful burst of creative energy, action, spontaneity, like a coming back to life sort of feeling. And for me, these cards represent the light. For the dark, and when I say dark, this is nothing that has to do with the negativity. It's just a balance that we both need. And with the dark, I did get the Two of Swords. So at some point, you felt like you had to really step forward and make a decision. Blindfold yourself, really listening to your intuition. You had several options, and you went with these options. I love how in this card, and this is one of the cards that made me want to get this deck. It's when I saw Ginger first pull it on one of her lives, is how these two beautiful swords, she knows exactly where they are. She knows exactly that she's not going to hurt herself. And she brought them exactly together in the middle where she knew where she had to go. That was the crossroads where she had to focus her attention. And then that tension is having to walk away, having to leave. So the dark had to do with knowing what was no longer good for you and leaving that in the past and moving forward. Because sometimes this card, well, not sometimes, but the card represents kind of like a thievery, a stealing away, or having to get away with what you have. And for this, it's like this is being left behind, and you are moving forward. So there's that beautiful, again, the Two of Swords right there, and then the two down here. So whatever that decision was, it may have had to do with maybe shadow work that you needed to work on. But in the end, both of these balanced each other out really beautifully. So I hope that resonates. And who would like to go next?
I can.
Ginger? Okay.
Is it Shally?
Shaylee.
Shaylee. So, Shaylee, you've got some stuff coming in that's going to balance out whatever darkness is that bumps up against you. That's how I'm going to read this. You've got really, really good stuff coming in. You've got Marie Laveau, which is all about good juju. And you also got Yamaya, which is about awakening. So this does feel spiritually based. And I don't often just pull from oracle cards, but I felt drawn to do this. I did pull from the tarot, and I was still getting the nudge to do this. So this is what your reading is going to be. So this is being aware and open to things that are coming in that are positive, and being open to it, and not just going, or just kind of blowing off something that comes that you could follow up on, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if somebody suggests that you, I don't know, enter a raffle, or, just anything that would be considered luck or good fortune, it's going to shine on you. For how long, I have no idea, but you do have good, it's like good fortune that's coming in. So, I don't know if you've been trying to manifest something, or if there's something that hasn't been unfolding for you, that kind of thing. And also this talks about being positive, being optimistic, not being a pessimist. I have no idea if you are pessimistic, but if you are, please just try to be as positive and shining your light as much as you can, because this is what's coming in for you. And I'm not an astrology person, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is showing in your chart right now. That conditions are such that, you would have good things coming in. And then again, we have Yamaya, and this is about some sort of an awakening, which may or may not be connected. I do feel like it's separate. So this could be spiritually based. This could be connecting, with ancestors, guides, taking on a new spiritual practice, whatever this is. But there is some sort of an awakening that's coming. This looks beautiful. I don't usually get readings that are quite this positive, but this looks really good. So it looks like this is very, very positive and joy-filled is what I'm seeing coming for you in the near future, if it hasn't already started showing up. And I hope I didn't go too long, but I wanted to share all of that with you. So,
and you know what, Allyson? I don't think you've ever pulled Marie Laveau, Madame Laveau, from that deck yet on Alive, have you? That's the first time I think
I don't know if I have or not. I know I've pulled it, but maybe not in Alive, maybe not.
That's beautiful. I've never seen that one before. So, very nice. And let me pull over to Ginger. Yes. I love the color in those cards.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pull from the dark into the light. That for me, that's shadowy. The dark that we need to balance is the things that are hidden that need to be revealed. So I'm starting with the Nine of Wands, Shaylee. What I feel that you need to pull from deep inside you is that commendation of how far you've come, all the battles that you've won and mastered to get this far. And being the Nine of Wands, that's the end of that hard road. And you just need to rest for a little bit, do some healing before you move on. And when you move on, you'll be more, have more energy and be able to think clearer if you take respite right now. But just commend yourself on all these, just everything that you've accomplished, because I feel maybe with this card coming up too, that you've been a little too hard on yourself, and you need to be kinder and gentler to yourself, and just know that you are that wonderful woman, and how strong you are, because that's why you're still standing. Along with the shadow, we've got this castle. sometimes we hide in our own little castle. But let me read this. This is the Castle of Crows. Ancient memories are accomplished by deja vu. The crows signal your blessings loud and true. So for me, this is talking about maybe doing some either or ancestral work. But I wonder if we believe in past lives, are we our own ancestors? Is that not something I thought of a little? But the message of the crows, that is again an alignment with their readings. Trusting your intuition has also led you to where you are today, whether you know it or not. As we pull into the light and I lose my voice, it's time to focus on your dreams. Let's see if I can do that. I just got this deck. Okay. So we have this flying squirrel. Oh, there we go. And this beautiful dragon. What a message this is. Dragon. This dragon looks like he's waking up for this autumnal equinox. And it's that squirrel that has come by as the messenger saying, it is time. It is time to wake up. It is time to show the world who you are, the magic that's within you. And interesting enough, I pulled love yourself for the courage you've shown to arrive at your best version today. And I didn't even read that before I read the other cards. And I think that's just perfect.
That's a beautiful card.
So there you go, sweet friend. That was a very deep question. Are we our own ancestors? So deja vu. I mean, it's all a matter of reliving a past moment. And you are muted.
Yep, I unmuted myself because I was shuffling. But yeah, I've wondered often myself that if, we aren't, or what we remember as past lives are actually people that we knew in past lives, and we are reliving their moments, or people in our family, and we're reliving those moments because we share the same DNA. So that those memories get carried on into our lifetime through our DNA and our cells. So something that's really fascinating. I've actually been wanting to do a show where, I have a couple guests come on and we talk about what their concept and what they think possibly about reincarnation and the different possibilities. So I think that was kind of a little notch, little check mark there on my list. So, and Shaylee says, I love my dragons. And she says, thank you. So you're welcome, my dear. So next one up, let me take Shaylee off, is Teresa Hadarian. And I already have Teresa's cards because I had to pull a couple extra ones because Teresa was one of those who were part of the raffle. So I told her I would give her a couple of cards. So Teresa, starting with the light. I know the light and dark move through each sets of these cards, but I'm feeling more like my star tarot because of the shows the light, and then the muted is a little bit like of a deeper, for me, a more deeper connection with the imagery and with the color. So I like this balance here. So to start off, I did get the Eight of Wands, and Eight of Wands is about really things moving really here. Let me just do this so that she can see. So I got the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is about energy, things moving really quick for you. Eight of Wands, and then the Seven of Swords. So things were moving pretty quick, and then you had the Seven of Swords again, like with the other reading. Kind of, having to look, and this one here, there's a reflection in the pool, and it's a little bit darker, so it feels like with the stag overcoming a previous darkness. The stag is beautiful. It's the leader of the woods. It's known as the monarch, and they're very wise, very regal, very leadership, and looking and actually having the wisdom to look into its reflection and maybe seeing maybe a different version of itself and wanting to leave that behind and wanting to move forward with these two swords. So seeing the reflection, letting what no longer serve them go, and then having these beautiful swords of truth, of wisdom, of intellect. And then I got the Two of Pentacles. So for the light you have these new perceptions that you are balancing. And with the Two of Pentacles, very earth based, very security, abundance, prosperity, really getting settled in, kind of digging deep and doing that. You are, you feel lit up, you feel alive, you feel like you've tapped into that potential and that beautiful Eight of Wands, that energy, and it's just like shooting out from your heart. It's that beautiful heartbeat. It's really getting your blood racing, your heart racing, very excited. And to balance with the dark, I do have the High Priestess. So this is going into more of like the nighttime, going into tapping into your divine feminine, tapping into that feminine intuition, really being connected to your inner magic, your sovereign power as a female. And moving forward, I did get the Seven of Wands, which you feel like you may have to defend what you believe in. You have to defend who you are, maybe to others. I don't feel like this is anything mental going through in your own mind. I feel like this is just you standing up here and saying, this is my truth, and this is what I believe, and this is who I am, and I'm going to continue standing in that power. Because what you discovered with the High Priestess, you find it's like a beautiful pearl, and you want to hold on to that, and you want to protect it, and you want to defend that. And the last card that I have the Victory card. So even though we're focusing, we're looking at the dark side of the balance, this isn't a dark card at all. I mean, it's all about moving through those difficulties, the sense of judgments, self-judgment, maybe. I'm not sure, but again, that judgment coming at you, but staying true to who you are, and you rise above. This is the Victory card. So I hope that resonated with you, my dear. And again, thank you for your support with my art. I appreciate you so much. Which ladies want to go next?
I can go.
Okay.
Unless you want to go, Ginger.
Okay.
Okay. Teresa, so very interesting. This feels like it's past energy, so I don't know when or whatever. And if this doesn't come to mind, maybe think about it later and see where it applies. Something came to a very tarot, as I always say, is very dramatic, very rough ending in some sort of way. You do have, or did have at this time when this happened, everything that you really needed in some capacity. Nine of Cups, right? So that's like for you to see about yourself. But what happened was, I feel, is that you or somebody you were involved with, somebody in your family, I do think this was you spoke up about something that meant a lot to you. You had strong convictions about, and you felt that it would be very positive and healing to do so. You decided to do this, right? Two of Swords. And you spoke your truth, and you felt like it was the thing to do. Knight of Swords with the Star. And I do think that was the right thing to do, but it brought an ending in some sort of way as a result of that. I feel like this could be old. And so I think this is the dark thing. This is something that needs to be healed. This could be, I don't know, an argument you had with your father 20 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know. And that's just totally random. So there's something here about that. Looking at that, realizing that you did do the right thing, and that although it ended the way that it did, that's not on you. So that's what I'm getting that is. And again, apply it how it makes sense. If you don't know what this is, maybe watch it back later. But there's something here about healing that thing, that situation, that moment, that conversation, whatever that was. It could possibly be an Aquarius that you were dealing with, or another air sign, because I've got the Star here and swords, several swords. As far as the light goes, I drew from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. I drew 7 sisters and Oshun, and we all love Oshun. And so this is about expressing yourself creatively and loving yourself unconditionally, and not being afraid to be beautiful and to be out there and to love yourself openly and without what's the word I'm looking for? Just you do what's going to make you happy. You express yourself any way that you please, whatever makes you happy. And again, 7 sisters is creativity. Oshun is fearless love. And I do feel like these go together, but you could absolutely read them separately. This is about stepping into your creativity. Even if you're already doing that, maybe there's something else that you can do, some sort of thing. This can even be the way you dress, the way you do your hair, the way, and I don't usually go that direction, but I'm being drawn to this woman in this picture. And also it just kind of came to me. Maybe you've always, and I'm not saying this is you, but just to give an example, maybe you've always downplayed and been very modest or this or that and whatever, but you've always really wanted to dye your hair a different color or something like that. This is saying do it. Just do it. Just do whatever it is that you want to do. And Oshun is all about love, loving your friends, loving yourself, showing your love, expressing your love, be love. Right. So, but that obviously will help with the light. It also would help with the dark. But the previous reading with the tarot, that's about balancing out some sort of darkness that you carry with you. I don't know if this is friends, family, lover. I don't know. And again, it might not be that big of a thing, but there is something that's being carried here. And it was something about you making a choice, voicing or saying how you felt about something. And it just didn't end well, but you didn't do anything wrong. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, I hope it comes to you later. I hope I didn't go too long. That's your reading.
Thank you, my dear. And Miss Ginger.
I feel if you have a really wonderful message to say, it can't be too long.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it's helpful.
Yeah. Okay, so which is interesting enough, I pulled the Lover's card. Let's see if my camera will focus on that beautiful artwork.
Beautiful. Yeah, I used to have that deck.
Dang it.
Yeah.
All right, the autofocus doesn't want to autoly focus. But anyway, so I'm thinking, as again, I'm starting from the darkness to pull into the light. So it seems to me there's been, please let me know if I'm way off, but it has something to do with who's on your mind from the past. And let me read this one first, too, so that way I can segue back into this one. Look at this beautiful picture. It says, the well of memories. Remember the wise witches whose lives were cruelly ceased. Their spells linger in Edinburgh as the morning dawns peace. So it kind of made me feel like you truly loved someone and it didn't work out, and it's haunting you. And then I asked for confirmation because I thought, lovers card's all about choices as well. But the Two of Cups came as the significator, or the the clarifier. So I don't know if I'm way off base or not, but it's almost like memories of the past are haunting you. It could have been what ifs, or the wish I would have, could have, or whatever. And I want to say something Alice said. Whatever you put in, energy that you put into, and it didn't turn out, it was not about you. And so you have to remember that people come and go throughout our lives, some to serve as lessons to learn. So whatever you might have learned about that relationship, take it forward into your new relationships. And relationships, it could have been with family member, it could have been with a lover, but there's just a relationship that seems to be haunting you. And it's interesting because of the two angels up here. So could this be a relationship with a relative that's haunting you, that you wish you could have said this, that, and the other thing. But what to bring into light? Navigation. I love this little squirrel. I wish my camera would focus. One thing I absolutely love about trees are the roots that show above ground. And so, in a way, and if you'll notice, the bark is showing all the scars of all that deep rooted energy and emotions that we put into life. But they also navigate under the ground and communicate with each other. We have this cute little squirrel, and it's almost like he's communicating with this tree. And because of the word navigation, the squirrels use the trees to navigate through and above the predatorial energies that are below. So to bring into light and to balance into light, this says spend time reclaiming your balance. There you will find peace. I don't even know who this is.
Makes me think of Morgan Le Fay.
Well, because look, she's adorned in crow feathers.
Or the
raven
Morgan,
feathers,
yeah.
So raven feathers. So it's like the cloak of wisdom that she's put upon her because of all these life experiences, the scars, the grounding, deep rooting in her life, and the interwebbing of energies that she's had with other individuals and like-minded people. And so for you to bring into light, I think it's time for you to leave the past behind, learn from the lessons that it has offered you, but start working on your own navigation and using the divine wisdom. And this card too feels very ancestral. Trees are very ancestral to me. So calling upon that ancestral wisdom to help navigate through life's challenges today.
Beautiful.
So
very nice. Wow. That was, all the reads are powerful, but that was a really, and I'm seeing Allyson like shaking her head, nodding, going, yes, as you are talking. So,
this just tree wisdom. I could go on and on about that one, but I won't. But I just love looking at tree roots. It's just
me too. They're beautiful.
Yeah, there's a whole world in there.
Yeah,
there sure is.
If not more than one.
And yes, and I've recently learned that I have this newfound fascination with mushrooms, and I read somewhere that the mushrooms also do their rooting, and they send messages to the trees.
They sure do.
And they help. They are the messengers for the trees to other trees. So I forget where I read that from, but when I read that, I'm like,
we saw that on a YouTube video a little while back. So yeah, it's fascinating, the root system and how they all speak to each other.
I had a fabulous book years ago, and I gifted it out and never got it back, right? And I'm trying to think what the name of it is, but it talks about that, Ginger, and it's all about how it's mostly the trees, but not just the trees, how they all do communicate, and like the whole mourning process that goes on, like when a forest burns down, and it's very deep, and it's very beautiful.
Yeah. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Nice. It is. So our next read is book Bewitched. She's going to be a little while before she can respond. Stephen saw a stripper comment and thought book Bewitched was a troll, and he went like lightning fast and kind of timed her out. So
well, at least he timed her out and didn't banish her. So
yeah, like I done accidentally.
She's probably still watching.
Yeah,
and it's okay, Stephen. It happens. I did that once a couple years ago by accident. It happens.
It happens. So it's all good. She's got a good sense of humor. So I'm going to go ahead because I already pulled cards for book Bewitched while you ladies were reading. We're at 8:25. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to everybody's questions tonight, but thank you for submitting them, and we'll be sure next week to get you some readings in. So, Book Bewitched for the light. This is very interesting. I had both the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands come out together for your reading for the light. So this beautiful pairing of masculine and feminine, creative, fiery, passionate energy, just boom, right out the door. So this is your light, this beautiful balance. And I love to how that with the Queen of Wands they include a little black kitty, black jaguar. And if you on this card too, I love how they did the balance and his coloring on his clothing on the inside of his cloak is the same color as the cat. So it's a beautiful balance um, of masculine and feminine, passionate, creative, divine energy. Love that. So this is your light side. And moving into balance that I had for the more of the dark side, like maybe the shadow work, it's still beautiful cards. Right now, when it comes to the dark, maybe shadow work or something that might be going on in your life, or it might be in your recent past, something that you're working on, just know that you are divinely guided. This is so beautiful. You have this beautiful starlight, and the card that goes with it, I do have, is the Ten of Wands. So I feel like there's some sort of oppression, something that's holding you down. I love that there's ballet slippers, so it feels like um, to just emphasize the idea that she wants to dance. She's usually a beautiful dancer. She's like the muse. She loves to have all these inspirations coming to her and all this creativity, but right now a lot of that is just becoming a burden, and it's reflected in this beautiful mirror. So with the reflection, she's not looking at the reflection. So I don't know if there's something that is hard to look at from the past that may be causing a bit of this oppression feeling, where you feel like you can't um, live as who you are, or feels like your energy is being um, sapped, you know. But whatever it is, it's something that needs to be looked at and addressed, and there's not to be any fear with that, because even with the dark we have that beautiful light. Our darkness shines a light and shows us our strengths and our power and our resilience. And so when we're able to tap into that and work through that, it should be much easier to kind of deal with what might you feel like might be holding you down, or keeping you, feeling heavy or closed up inside, and not having that joie de vivre of life. The dance. I'm thinking of like the dancers, like Matisse's dancers dancing in a circle, just trying to shed that, work through that, let that go, let your let your light guide you through that. And but otherwise, beautiful cards. And I think Allison's still reading, so I'm just going to give it over to Ginger,
Sure.
and I'm going to get a sip. I'll be right back.
Okay, love. Book Bewitched. I love that. Okay, so the darkness that needs to come into be balanced with the light, I believe, is um, I almost felt like the word contradictory, but you have this passionate person. It's like this passionate person that wants to come out and show your magic, throw the parties, just be a part of society, as if you've been hidden, or maybe you've gone through a little bit of a dark night of the soul that needs to be reemerged. Reemerged. I wish my camera would. These are such beautiful images. I just wish my camera would come up. So anyway, so the Queen of Wands for me, all about making her space. She loves to command her space. She loves to be the life of the party, to throw the parties and to be recognized. And so I don't know if this is something that you're hiding or been hidden, or maybe needs to be tamed. I don't know. But, my next card, look at this beautiful image. It says ritual embrace. Embrace me in ceremony as the morning fog moves in the slow. Moves in slow. The sadness will dissipate on the shores of landed no. Okay, so just as I was thinking, maybe you've come through a dark night of the soul recently or going through it now, but it's time to reemerge. And this is ritual embrace. And this being a queen, maybe you need to set up a morning ritual for yourself to bring back that energy and that light within you. This also recommends carrying obsidian for grounding and release. So as you're coming into the light, I got this cute little otter. It says intrigue. For me, I'm going to say this might be getting in touch with your inner child. Because, as we were young, we were intrigued with everything. We were in awe of everything. And that's such a magical energy. And I think you're being drawn to bring that energy out again, just as it was saying in here. Start looking at things through new eyes, just childlike eyes with wonder and awe, and bring that magic back. And speaking of magic, we have the dragonflies. And this says dawn, the new dawn. So I think maybe your hidden days, your little hermiting days are over, and you need to look at the light in a new energetic dimensional. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But dragonflies are very transitional. We have 3 here, so I can't help but to wonder if you have 3 spirit guides that are going, come on now, let's go. Let's get this magic going. But let me know if I'm off base. And then this says, be led by your inner soul light. Healing and enlightenment are within. And look at that. We got that sword emerging.
Ooh, Lady of the Lake.
Yes. Look at that. So it's your turn. I think this I can never say that right. Autumnal equinox is a renewal energy for you. It's shedding of the old to make room for the new energies that will be coming. But you have a lot of new energies coming your way, a lot of transformational energies. And I love that it said be led by your own soul light. I think that light has been dimmed and it's time to light that candle back up.
That's beautiful. As Carol D says, she loves dragonflies. Some use it as the mascot for multiple myeloma cancer. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Thank you, Ginger.
Welcome. I don't know if that made sense. Let me know if that makes sense or not. I'd like to know if I'm off.
We're still waiting for her to come back.
That's right. She's in timeout.
She's in the naughty corner.
Bad timing, Stephen.
Book Bewitched, what's her name? Isn't she a regular? Don't know.
She is, but I've asked, and she's keeping it private.
Okay.
I believe so. Am I back? There she is. You're back.
Okay. So you're back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it was an accident, sweetheart.
So
accidentally on purpose.
There's a couple different things going on here, and they both have aspects of light and dark. I'm not going to differentiate, right? So, and I'll do the African Goddess Rising second. I'm going to start with this. So you have the ability, magician, the outcome here to create whatever it is that you're needing out of this situation. If you just do it, whatever this is, you need to recognize, and maybe you already do, I don't know, this 9 of Cups energy that you have, and somebody else got this same position. And this is about, seeing your value and all that you're blessed with, right? 9 of Cups. This is the happy merchant card, right? So not that that's everything, but it's like you're well taken care of in some regard. Where you are right now, in some sort of way, we have the Page of Cups, and it's being clarified by Temperance. So this feels like some sort of an apology in some sort of way, or a love offer in some sort of way. I feel like, actually, I'll come back to that, which direction that's going. The hidden influence is the working together, right? The balancing things out, which is very similar to temperance. There's a similarity there, right? But it's about working together, balancing things out, making everything work. Two of Pentacles. I have the Knight of Swords here, and it's being clarified by the King of Cups. So this could be a person. It could just be an energy. It is a more masculine water sign. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio person in your life, or just an energy, which is, shows love, does nice things, shows kindness, isn't the most affectionate person in the world. And again, it doesn't have to be a person, male or female, but it is a masculine energy. But anyhow, I have the Knight of Swords here being clarified by this King. Right? And then we have the Page of Cups with Temperance. This is like some sort of sweet, nice, kind, loving communication and or an apology with the hopes of bringing whatever back into balance. And this even could be you that did this. It could be. I'm not really getting that though, but apply it how it makes sense. And the hidden influence is wanting, to work together, right? Wanting things to balance out, I should say. Like, for there to be, again, I've got Two of Pentacles right next to Temperance. So there's definitely a desire here to do this. You do value yourself, in this situation, and the outcome is that you can make all of this work, right? This feels more like the light. Like, there's a situation, but this would definitely, if all of this can work out, it would be, and again, it depends on how you look at it. You could see it either way. I don't see this as dark necessarily, but the details if you do know what this is regarding. As far as the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, I got Queen Nandi, and she talks about intuition. So this is saying, what you know. You do know this, whatever this is, right? This is about recognizing that the hits that you're getting, the information that you're getting, especially if you are in fact this King of Cups, which this could be your energy. This is a very intuitive person. But regardless, this is about not questioning what you think you know, right? And this could be related to this, or maybe it's not. Maybe this is just about intuition, like you get information coming in and you doubt it, or you don't believe it, or you question it, or you're not sure, or whatever. Or this is regarding an actual situation. You're getting some sort of something about it, but you're not really grasping it or not believing it or whatever. And this is saying, yes, you can. That yes, it is safe to do so. You do know what you think you know. And or if it's about, you just tapping into some sort of a gift, yes, it's there. It's there. So, which to me, this would be about, bringing in the light, right? Of course. The other one here could be about healing something that's, kind of dark in your life, but you can do that. I'm not going to try to differentiate these. It doesn't matter. This is the message. They both apply a little bit to both parts of that question. And that's what I got. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, give it some thought. Let us know. And everybody, any readings that you get, if you think about it later or whatever, you can come back to Heather's video and leave a comment. It's always nice to hear later, or if it's a month later, it comes up or whatever. It might not make sense now. You can always come back later.
And I let
personally love to hear that.
I let my fellow readers know too. If something comes up and you're like, hey, heads up, this is, came up, and I'll.
It's not always immediate.
So most definitely. Okay. So we're at 8:39. I have Arwen the Gray. So I think Arwen might have to be, Miss Tarot D, we'll try to get to you afterwards. But I do have to be at a live at 9 p.m. So I do apologize, everybody. So Kari, Jessica, Lisa, and Plucky, we're not going to be able to get to you tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. with on my channel with Junosphere, and we'll be doing crystal readings and card pulls. So if you like to come back, then I'll make sure that you four are at the top of the list. So next is going to be Arwen the Gray, and I have cards pulled already, and we'll see if we can get to Miss Tarot D, and then the rest tomorrow. Please come by tomorrow if you can. I'll have Juno Sphere on, and we'll be doing our crystals and her card pulls and stuff. So that'll be very nice. It'd be nice to have her back on my channel. Okay, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being so understanding, and thank you to Miss Tarot D. I appreciate you. So I'm going to go ahead because I pulled cards already for Arwen. So Arwen, I pulled from a different deck for your light. I was drawn to pull from the vintage. And I love it. It's like Victorian images. It's really pretty. And I have playfulness. So in your light side, you've been very playful. You've been very flirty. And look, there's some mushroom. She's saying on a mushroom right there. So very playfulness. And then it's interesting because the next card is truth. And so it's kind of like you are having a conversations with both sides of yourself, your spiritual, your physical. And this could be, again, the play leading into, from the light into the dark. So you already have a balance. There's that beautiful third eye that's opening up. So I think you've been, playing around with the idea. You're flirting around with the idea. And you've been wanting to develop more with your abilities, with healing modalities. I know you do healing work. So whatever areas in life, I feel like you're just at the time for your light. You're very playful. You're standing more in your truth, and you're working on developing that inner sight. Hey, Claudia. Hello, my dear. And so moving into the other half, the darker, the dark side. Every time I say the dark side, I feel like I'm going, come to the dark side. But no, so things are going on in the dark side. I do have is the Five of Wands. So there's been some sort of conflict. And I don't know if this is something that is an internal conflict that you're dealing with in your personal life, because right now with the light, it seems like you're playful, you're developing your third eye. Everything is good on that light part. So I don't know if this might be playing into that a little bit, no pun intended, actually, with using the word play, but having maybe a conflict, maybe like, oh, what am I seeing? Is that right? Am I feeling? Is that right? And then the next card was like, again, the Seven of Wands, being like in a place of feeling like you have to defend yourself, or creating boundaries, or having to draw a line. But for me, it just feels like you are getting a higher perspective. You are kind of maybe not possibly judging yourself. You're looking down on, these wands could represent these truths, these new creative ventures that you're playing around with, that you're exploring, that you're developing. And you're maybe kind of like standing on edge going, okay, how do I defend, but whatever it is, get past that conflict. And if it isn't an internal conflict, and if this does reflect more as an outward with people who may be in your circle, family, friends, who may not, who might be trying to put negative thoughts in your head, or saying, you sure you really want to do that? Or I understand all different types of ways that people can try to sabotage us, and it turns into like a self-sabotage. So just be aware of that, and just remember, stand in your power. Try not to be, being defensive, if you have to be defensive, but do it where you draw a line and it's a healthy boundary, and you stand your ground, and you stand in believing who you would be. That would be with a teacher right now. Okay. So we'll see what the other two ladies have, and see if we can get like a whole picture here together for you. So it looks like that does resonate. So which lady would like to go first? Next one.
I can go unless you want to, Ginger. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. So Arwen, something here, you've completed something. And this is something that you either worked on with others, or there were different components of it, right? But it has been a completion. The advice here is
Mm.
You definitely, this was a group effort, or there was some sort of help or something offered to you. Six of Pentacles. There's something here with the Page of Pentacles. So this might have been something that came along slowly, but it has come to a completion, whatever this is. It could even be something tangible. I don't feel like it feels like a positive that this thing is over, whatever this is. There was some sort of upset involved. And I do feel like there is a sense of you're not thrilled, or you weren't thrilled in some aspect. Four of Cups is here. So there was something about this that wasn't, ideal, whatever, but there is something here that was just, I don't think that it turned out exactly the way that you wanted it to. It does feel like a collaboration. Again, you apply this to love, work, whatever, family, whatever this is. You did invest in this, and you did have some amount of passion for it in some sort of way. You do see clearly, or you saw clearly, you do see clearly what exactly it is that maybe went wrong or whatever it was. You feel like you did the right thing. And I think others do as well. I think whoever was at fault or whatever it was that hurt or upset or whatever was not your doing. But you have the Sun with the Six of Wands here at the beginning here. So this is you in whatever way. So, but whatever this is, it's come to an end. It's all done. This was a group effort in some sort of way. There was some disappointment on your end, whatever this is, but this was not on you. You did invest in this. I think you gave it whatever you could. And again, this can be very dramatic. This could be a big thing. It could be a smaller thing. I don't know, but this is absolutely what's going on here. So that's that. I would say this is a dark thing, but we always walk away with lessons. Even though I don't think any of this is on you. The more positive that I would say for the light, I got Oshun again. This is from the African Goddess Rising Oracle. This is about fearless love. And then I got Gname, which is about desire. So this is about going after whatever you want, desire, anything that you want for yourself, need for yourself, not being afraid, moving forward, plowing forward, creating this, seeing it, visualizing it, tasting it, seeing it, smelling it, all of that, whatever it is that you desire. Not being afraid to be selfish. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. Nothing, right? It's only if you step on other people or hurt, other people, that kind of thing. I think by now we all know this, right? So this is about going after whatever it is. Fearless love. This is for you. This is about you, loving you, taking care of you. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave it there. I hope this is helpful in some way.
Thank you, Allyson. Up to you, Miss Ginger. She says, I feel very solid about it. So off to a good start. Sorry, Astrid, questions are closed. We're going to be ending actually in a few. So thank you for coming by. We appreciate you so much.
All right, my dear Arwen. Okay, so I got this beautiful moon card. And I immediately went to the energy of emotion with this one. Usually I'm all about the mystery and the magic, and because I love the moon, but there's some deep emotion there. And what I love about this particular card is that owl that is gracefully flying over the waters. And it's as if a wise ancestor is watching over you, to making sure that you don't go too deep, that you can't come back out. And it was interesting enough because I got the Glastonbury tour. Where are we if not deeper into this love? Heart be pure as holy dove. Let me in or let me go. So that kind of validated my emotional attachment here. Is there someone in your life that you are just not sure about? Do they love me? Do they not love me? And this is telling me, if this is the case, whether it be a person or it could be a situation, but you need to make your intentions clear and your answer that you are needing to be clear from something or someone else. You just really need to dig deep. If it's a situation, dig deep into your heart for that answer. Is this truly for your highest good, or is it not? And I think this tells me you rely on the assistance of an ancestor or a spirit guide or your intuition to help you with this answer. And owls also is saying magic is your birthright. So you have this intuitive gift of communicating with the divine, whether you know it or you don't know it, but it's time to start believing in it. And as we pull that out into the light, it is definitely, oh, hello.
The spirit came in. And
hello.
it's like, ooh, here she is.
Okay. It's interesting. We got the pause. It says pause. And take time to stop and smell the flowers. Take time to go outside and revel in your own peace and energy. You need to find peace within you. I think this is telling you to pause from all that chaotic thoughts and emotions. Take time to pause and recenter yourself, reground yourself, and take time to enjoy the simplicities of life. We've been giving a sense of smell, sight, hearing, and every once in a while through meditation, I say that I am grateful. I see these beautiful sunrises now when I'm driving to work. And I will say I am thankful for my eyesight that I could see such beauty. And so I believe that's a message for you. Then it's interesting enough, I pull this card and it says, it is in the silent pause that we find the answers to our questions. It is in the breath that we anchor the soul. How serendipitous is that to come out with this cute little badger?
Very cute.
Okay, I will stop there. I hope that
those are lovely cards.
Thank you.
Gotta love the animals. So 8:53. Woo.
You're pushing it.
Yeah, you should wrap it up.
Yeah. So everybody, I already texted Val and I told her I just might be a few minutes late, so she's being very gracious. I just wanted to make sure that everybody finished in their cards and got out their messages. And I appreciate everybody in chat who understands that, you know, we can't get to all the readings tonight. Thank you so much. And you're welcome, Arwen. So nice to, as always, to read for you. And thank you, Stephen, for being an awesome
thank you, Stephen.
Yes, thank you, Stephen.
Yes, thank you so much. And I typically, you know, just check everybody's channels. Everybody's links are in the description. And we will see everybody on one of our next lives. And everybody have a good night.
Blessings, blessings.
Yep. Many blessings.
Many blessings.
Many.
Bye, all.